Meghan Markle is pregnant with her third child. This announcement exploded across social media in January 2025, racking up millions of views within hours. Royal fan accounts declared it confirmed. Celebrity gossip sites ran breathless headlines. Comment sections flooded with congratulations and speculation about baby names and due dates. There was one massive problem. Meghan Markle isn't pregnant. This wasn't some innocent case of wishful thinking or misunderstood photos. This was the latest cycle in a calculated pattern that's been targeting Meghan every few months since 2021. A pattern designed to generate clicks, drive engagement, and exploit the psychology of royal fans who desperately want more Sussex children. The fake announcement looked completely convincing. It had official sounding sources. It used all the right pregnancy language, and it came at the perfect time, just as Meghan was launching new projects and appearing more frequently in public. But how do millions of people fall for the same lie repeatedly? Who profits from these recurring rumors? And what does this reveal about how misinformation specifically targets royal women? I want you to picture this moment. You're scrolling through Instagram on a Tuesday morning in January 2025, and suddenly your feed fills with exciting news. A post from a royal fan account with over 200,000 followers shows a photo of Meghan at a recent event with a caption that makes your heart race. Breaking: Palace sources confirm Meghan Markle expecting baby number 3. The image looks recent and authentic. Meghan is wearing a flowing dress that could potentially hide a bump. The caption sounds authoritative, mentioning multiple sources close to the Duchess and official announcement expected soon. Within minutes, you're seeing the same claim from a dozen of different accounts. Your first instinct is excitement. Archie is now 6 and Lilibet is 4, the perfect age gap for another sibling. You remember how thrilled royal watchers were when both children were born, how much joy those announcements brought during difficult times. The idea of another Sussex baby feels like exactly the kind of positive news the world needs. But something makes you pause before hitting share. Maybe it's the lack of major news outlets covering the story. Maybe it's the slightly too perfect timing, coming just as Meghan's Netflix show gained momentum. Or maybe you've been through this exact scenario before. Because if you've been following royal news for the past few years, this moment feels eerily familiar. The same breathless excitement, the same exclusive sources, the same pattern of rapid spread, followed by the conspicuous silence from credible media outlets. Within hours, the hashtag #MeghanPregnant was trending worldwide. Royal fan forums buzzed with speculations about gender predictions and potential names. International entertainment sites picked up the story, adding their own Palace Insider quotes and pregnancy timeline speculation. But Archewell Productions, Meghan's official team, remained completely silent. No statements, no confirmations, no acknowledgements of the supposed pregnancy that had supposedly been confirmed by multiple palace sources. That silence wasn't mysterious or coy, it was the silence of people who had no idea what the internet was talking about because the entire story was fabricated from nothing. To understand why millions of people keep falling for identical Meghan pregnancy rumors, we need to examine the sophisticated psychology behind these recurring hoaxes. This isn't random speculation, it's a calculated exploitation of royal fans' deepest hopes and the media's ecosystem's hunger for engagement. The pattern began in earnest during 2021, just months after Lilibet's birth in June. Royal watchers noticed something strange happening every few months like clockwork. A new "Meghan is pregnant" rumor would surface, spread rapidly across social media, generate massive engagement, and then quietly disappear when no official confirmation materialized. But these weren't random false starts or innocent misunderstandings. Each rumor followed an identical template, suggesting coordination rather than coincidence. The timing was always strategic, usually coinciding with Meghan's public appearances or major project announcements, where she'd be photographed frequently and could be analysed for pregnancy clues. The sources were always vague, but authoritative sounding. Palace insiders, close friends of the Duchess, or royal correspondents who were never actually named or affiliated with credible outlets. The language was carefully crafted to sound official while avoiding specific claims that could easily be disproven. Most importantly, the rumors were always exploited genuine emotions or desires. Royal fans genuinely want to see the Sussex family grow. Pregnancy announcements generate enormous positive engagement compared to the often negative coverage surrounding Harry and Meghan's royal exit. The prospect of new royal babies represents hope, joy, and family unity that transcends political divisions about the monarchy. Social media algorithms quickly learned that Meghan's pregnancy content performed exceptionally well. Posts suggesting she might be expecting generated more likes, shares, and comments than almost any other royal content. This created a financial incentive for content creators to produce pregnancy speculation, even when they had no factual basis for their claims. The phenomenon became self-reinforcing. Royal fan accounts discovered that they could boost their follower counts and engagement rates by regularly posting pregnancy hints and speculations. Fashion bloggers learned that analysing Meghan's clothing for bump-concealing designs drove traffic to their sites. Celebrity news outlets found that pregnancy rumours generated more clicks than almost any other Sussex content. Meanwhile, the lack of official denials from Archewell or the Sussex team created an information vacuum that rumours eagerly filled. Unlike working royals who have palace communications, teams monitoring and correcting false stories, Harry and Meghan's smaller operation couldn't constantly address every piece of speculation circulating online. This dynamic created the perfect storm for recurring misinformation. Content creators had financial incentives to generate pregnancy rumours. Algorithms rewarded pregnancy speculation with increased visibility. Royal fans desperately wanted the rumours to be true, and the targets of the speculation had limited ability to constantly correct false claims without appearing defensive or giving unwarranted attention to the gossip. By 2024, the pattern had become so predictable that media literacy experts began using Meghan's pregnancy rumours as textbook examples of how misinformation spreads through social media ecosystems. Yet somehow, each new iteration still manages to fool millions of people who should have recognised the familiar pattern. The January 2025 rumour represented the most sophisticated version yet. By understanding its origins, revealed the calculated manipulation behind what appeared to be organic royal excitement. The January 2025 pregnancy rumour didn't spontaneously emerge from royal excitement or innocent photo interpretation. It was deliberately manufactured by a network of interconnected social media accounts designed to profit from royal misinformation. Digital forensics reveal that the rumour originated from 3 coordinated Instagram accounts that posted nearly identical breaking news content within minutes of each other on January 14, 2025. These accounts, despite claiming to be independent royal fan pages, were actually operated by the same content farm based in Eastern Europe that specializes in celebrity misinformation. The fabricated palace source quotes were generated using identical language patterns and attributed to non-existent royal correspondence. When fact-checkers attempted to verify these sources, they discovered that the quoted senior royal reporter and Buckingham Palace insider were complete fabrications. No such people exist in any legitimate royal press corps. The supposed photographic evidence that convinced thousands of social media users was expertly manipulated. The viral image showing Meghan in a bump-concealing dress was actually a months-old photograph from a completely different event, digitally altered to suggest recent pregnancy signs. Image analysis software detected the digital manipulation that had been used to subtly modify the dress silhouette. Most tellingly, the rumor contained factual errors that revealed its fabricated nature. The post claimed Meghan was attending a private royal engagement on the day the photo was supposedly taken, but verified schedules show that Meghan was actually in Los Angeles filming her Netflix show, nowhere near the London location claimed in the pregnancy announcement. The financial motivation behind the hoax became clear when investigators tracked the social media account's monetization strategies. Within hours of the pregnancy rumor going viral, the accounts that started it began promoting paid partnerships with pregnancy and baby product companies. The fake royal news had generated millions of views that were immediately monetized through targeted advertising. Meanwhile, Archewell Productions had released no statements about any pregnancy. Meghan's verified social media accounts contained no pregnancy hints or announcements. Her recent public appearances, when examined in chronological order, showed no signs of pregnancy concealment or announcement preparation. The most damning evidence came from Meghan's own documented activities during the supposed early pregnancy period. She had been photographed drinking wine at multiple events, participating in physically demanding activities for her Netflix show, and maintaining a schedule that would be unlikely for someone dealing with early pregnancy symptoms. symptoms. Harry's recent interviews contained no hints about family expansion plans. When asked directly about future children during a January 2025 podcast appearance, he spoke about their family in present tense without suggesting any upcoming additions. Royal experts noted that expecting parents typically avoid such definitive language when pregnancy announcements are imminent. The response to the January 2025 pregnancy rumor exposed the sophisticated infrastructure that now exists around royal misinformation. Within 6 hours of the false claims going viral, fact-checking organizations across 3 continents were working to debunk the same fabricated story. Archewell Productions broke their usual policy of not commenting on speculation to issue a rare direct denial. The Duchess of Sussex is not pregnant. Reports suggesting otherwise are completely false and appear to be part of recurring misinformation campaigns targeting the family. The statement was unusually sharp for the typically diplomatic Sussex communications team, suggesting their frustration with the recurring nature of these false pregnancy claims. Palace sources later confirmed that Archewell had been tracking the pattern of coordinated pregnancy rumors and had identified their systematic nature. Meta, Instagram's parent company, acted swiftly once the misinformation was documented. The 3 originating accounts were suspended for coordinated inauthentic behavior, and the manipulated photo was flagged with misinformation warnings. However, by that point, the false image had been shared thousands of times across multiple platforms, making complete removal impossible. The incident sparked broader conversations about the harassment of royal women through false pregnancy speculation. Women's rights organizations noted that Meghan, Catherine, and other royal women are constantly subject to pregnancy rumors that treat their bodies as public property and their reproductive choices as entertainment content. Media literacy experts use the incident as a teaching moment, highlighting how the same misinformation template had been used repeatedly against Meghan since 2021. They pointed out that recognizing the pattern should have made this particular hoax more obvious to experienced royal watchers. International news outlets that had initially picked up the story quietly removed their coverage without issuing formal corrections, highlighting the challenge of correcting misinformation that spreads faster than verification systems can track it. The silence from major royal correspondents should have been a red flag, as legitimate pregnancy news would have been covered by credible royal reporters. The financial investigation into the accounts behind the hoax revealed a disturbing trend of professional misinformation creators specifically targeting royal content for monetization. These operations exploit the high engagement rates of royal news to build follower bases that can then be monetized through advertising and paid partnerships. Most significantly, the incident highlighted how royal women become targets for recurring harassment disguised as fan excitement. The pattern of false pregnancy claims represents a form of gender-based misinformation that treats women's bodies as content to be speculated about for profit. The recurring Meghan pregnancy hoaxes represent something much larger than celebrity gossip gone wrong. They reveal how misinformation specifically targets women in public life, exploiting societal expectations about motherhood and family for financial gain. First, these hoaxes demonstrate how social media algorithms can be weaponized to spread false information about real people. The high engagement rates generated by pregnancy speculation teach algorithms to prioritize similar content, creating a feedback loop that amplifies misinformation while suppressing accurate information that generates less emotional response. Second, they expose the gendered nature of modern misinformation campaigns. While male public figures face false rumors about their careers or political positions, female public figures are consistently targeted with false claims about their bodies, relationships, and reproductive choices. This pattern extends far beyond the royal family to encompass female politicians, celebrities, and other women in public roles. Third, the hoaxes reveal how financial incentives drive the creation and spread of false information. Content creators discovered they could build profitable social media presences by regularly generating pregnancy speculation, even when they knew their claims were unfounded. This monetization of misinformation creates systemic incentives for continued harassment disguised as fan content. Perhaps most troubling is how these hoaxes exploit genuine human emotions for manipulation. Royal fans who share pregnancy rumors aren't malicious, they're expressing hope, excitement, and love for a family they admire. The misinformation creators deliberately exploit these positive emotions, turning them into vehicles for false information and potential harassment. The pattern also highlights the limitations of current fact-checking systems. By the time false pregnancy claims are debunked, they've already achieved their purpose of generating engagement and driving traffic. The corrections receive a fraction of the attention that the original false claims generated, meaning millions of people may never learn they were deceived. This dynamic has serious implications beyond royal watching. If coordinated misinformation campaigns can successfully target one of the most scrutinized families in the world, what does that mean for private individuals who become subjects of false rumors? The techniques used against Meghan could easily be adapted to target anyone whose pregnancy status might generate social media engagement. The pattern of false pregnancy rumors targeting Meghan Markle has forced social media platforms, fact-checking organizations, and the Sussex team to develop new strategies for combating recurring misinformation campaigns. Archerwell Productions is now working with digital security experts to monitor the early stages of misinformation campaigns, allowing for faster responses before false claims gain widespread traction. They're also developing partnerships with fact-checking organizations to streamline the debunking process when new rumors emerge. Social media platforms are experimenting with new systems to identify coordinated inauthentic behavior before it reaches viral status. Instagram and Twitter are testing algorithms that can recognize the telltale patterns of manufactured royal news, including the identical language templates and coordinated posting schedules that characterize these campaigns. Media literacy organizations are using the Meghan pregnancy rumor pattern as a case study in their educational programs, teaching social media users to recognize the warning signs of fabricated celebrity news. These programs emphasize the importance of checking source credibility and looking for verification from multiple independent outlets before sharing sensational claims. The broader implications extend to all public figures who face recurring false speculation about their personal lives. The techniques used to combat royal misinformation are being adapted for politicians, activists, and other public figures who become targets of systematic false rumors. For royal fans specifically, these incidents are fostering a more critical approach to social media content. Fan communities are developing their own fact-checking protocols, encouraging members to verify exciting news through official channels before sharing it with their networks. The financial investigation into misinformation creators is also having deterrent effects as social media platforms become more aggressive about suspending accounts that profit from false information. The economic incentives for creating celebrity misinformation are beginning to decrease. Looking ahead, the recurring pregnancy hoaxes targeting Meghan will likely continue until the systems that enable them are fundamentally changed. However, each incident is building awareness that makes the next iteration slightly less effective at deceiving audiences who are learning to recognize the pattern. The ultimate goal isn't just protecting one family from false rumors, but building a media ecosystem where accurate information can compete effectively with sensationalized fiction. The recurring pregnancy hoaxes targeting Meghan Markle force us to confront uncomfortable questions about how we consume and share information about public figures. These campaigns succeed because they exploit our genuine emotions, excitement, hope, and curiosity about people we admire. How many times have you shared exciting news about celebrities or public figures before verifying it was true? Have you ever fallen for pregnancy rumors or other personal speculation that later turned out to be false? What strategies do you use now to check whether sensational claims are accurate before passing them along? The Meghan pregnancy rumor pattern teaches us that skepticism isn't cynicism. It's protection for both ourselves and the people who become targets of false speculation. Every time we pause to verify before sharing, we help break the cycle that enables harassment disguised as fan excitement. These hoaxes also reveal how misinformation specifically targets women through false claims about their bodies and reproductive choices. Recognizing this pattern helps us identify and reject content that treats women's personal lives as entertainment for public consumption. Subscribe for more investigations into the recurring misinformation patterns that shape royal coverage and celebrity news. Because in an age where lies can look identical to truth, understanding how false information spreads isn't just interesting, it's essential for protecting both public figures and ourselves from manipulation. The truth about royal families is fascinating enough without fabrication, but increasingly, separating authentic information from manufactured excitement requires all of us to become more sophisticated consumers of the content that fills our feeds.